Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Um, I just wanted to talk to you guys for a minute about the current, basically the current position that the market's in. Obviously, it's not doing too well. We are continuing to bleed out. I see, we have a decent amount of time to go. I mean, I think it's going to continue to go down. I mean, Bitcoin being at that $8,000 mark or less. Everything, as you can see, in the red, just dropping off and dropping off. Some coins stay in the green. I would say that we have some coins in the green, like in the mornings, and by nighttime, everything's back in the red except for a few coins. The market cap's at 398 billion, and dropping. Bitcoin dominance at 35%. And I want to go over with you guys basically how I'm reacting to the situation and how I'm choosing to move forward and what I just did with everything that I had invested, or not just did, I would say about a week ago. So what I did is obviously I wanted to make sure that I pulled some profit out. I know a lot of guys have like hundreds of thousands of dollars, guys that I follow on YouTube and things like that, and are way, 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 way in the red. Which don't have a crazy amount of money in total. I'd probably say about 10,000. But I wanted to make sure, that I didn't lose, half my investment. I didn't mind that I didn't make a crazy amount of profit, which I would have if I would have sold them all off in the highs. But I was kind of sitting on them, and working on a few other things and projects and kind of not watching the market well enough, which I should have been. And it dropped a lot quicker than I anticipated. So what I did is I had about four or five different coins I was basically invested in. I had some TRX, Vive, XRP, um, Bitcoin Diamond, and ADA. Um, and what I did is I basically just cashed out when I saw that it was going low. Everybody, says, "Oh, well, we're gonna hold," and wait till it comes back, which is a good way to look at it. I mean, yeah, you can do that. Never knowing how long you're waiting or what your investment, how long it's sitting in there. And a lot of guys say, "Hey, well, just whatever you invest, just consider that, invest what you can afford to lose," which is okay. Which is a good way to look at it. So if you lose it, you lose it. If you don't, you don't. But that's not really how I look at it. I wanted to sell off when I was still in the green because I kind of anticipated that it was going to continue to drop after we saw, it drop for a week or two, and then, no, the market bleeding out in the red every day, every day, every day. There was no bounce back. So, like I said, what I did is I cashed out for Ethereum, and then I just cashed out of Ethereum, with the full anticipation of going back and buying these coins at the low. I'm waiting for all the basements here. I'm waiting for seeing how low everything is going to drop. I'm waiting to buy back. I'm using this as like a 75% off sale. I'm going to buy them just all back low. So, yes, it makes sense maybe if you held your coins or are still holding them. Well, you might be past the point of no return that if you cashed out, you're in the red and you lose a ton of money, so you have to wait for it to come back, which is not the position that I wanted to put myself in. So I cashed out of a bunch of these when everything was starting to get low, and I'm going to buy them back as soon as we see what the basement of this market is, and I'm still watching the same particular coins. What happens is what's going on right now is as you can, I mean, we have, cryptocurrencies 1513. A lot of the ones that I think this is going to weed out some of the weak coins and some of the things that that don't, what I mean, that don't really, serve a purpose, that are just kind of either pump and dump coins or coins that are just useless. So I think that I don't know how long it's going to be before it bounces back, but I'm super confident that it is going to bounce back. It's done something like this before. I'm just waiting it out, and as soon as we see it coming back, um, it's going to be an exciting time, I think, is because now if you're a new investor or you're just getting into the cryptocurrency space, you can use this to your advantage, because you can buy in super low on a bunch of this stuff that's just been cut in half. I mean, a lot of this stuff is completely cut in half, or it's knocked 75% off of it. I'm excited because I can put my money back in at super, super low, and when Bitcoin starts doing well, everything's going to, you know what I mean? Everything's going to go up. If Bitcoin's not doing well, nothing's doing well. So, like I said, I'm just using this to my advantage. And everybody, I would assume, if you chose to hold your coins, or, that's the best strategy I saw, was to sell them off before stuff dropped off like everything has, and reinvest at the low points, because like I said, I'm not dealing with a ton of money. I'm dealing with, I have about $10,000 in there, but like I said, I wanted to sell and not lose on my profit. So currently, that's the update. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting to find the basement to these coins. When will they stop dropping off? When will the market kind of plateau off and not continue to drop? I'm just watching it daily right now. That's why I haven't had a crazy amount of videos, because I'm just kind of watching. I was day trading, but I'm not day trading right now. Obviously, it's because if there's no movement in the market, nothing's doing anything. There's really no point. I mean, yeah, you can, but making like 1 to 2% gains, and what money I have into it, that's just not a crazy amount of gains. And it's not worth it to me until we see some big movement back in the market, which I think is coming. I think the first quarter will weed out this drop. I'm hoping by the end of the first quarter, everything will be sorted out and we'll start to get back up in the green. And I'm going to do some videos on where I'm buying my stuff at their basement, and what I've put back into it, because I'm basically starting out from zero. I have some Neo left. When it was doing well, I just left the Neo, but I've sold everything else. I just have some Neo and Ethereum, and what I have in Ethereum continues to drop. I think it was at $1,000 just a few days ago, and now it's back down to the 840 range. So, like I said, if you're new to this channel, I usually have, I'm not an expert by any means, but I will, I'm just trying to be, you know, like transparent with you guys, and like what I'm doing, and what has worked. And with the market as it is right now, it's just not doing very well. So I do other videos also, on different things that I'm into for the meantime. So like I said, guys, thanks for watching. See you later.